Happy Mercury Retrograde. I know I'm late, but hey, better late than ever. Just wanted to touch on a few things with this particular Mercury Retrograde. Mercury is in the sign of Libra. Libra is the sign of relationships. And so this can be personal, intimate relationships. This can be family relationships. This can also be business relationships. Ultimately, Mercury is in the sign of Libra, which is the sign of all relationships, right? So how you make how your relationships influence your decision making, how you vibe with people, how you interact, just how your mindset is when it comes to your relationships. What Mercury retrograde is doing, it is having you go back and reflect on your relationships and how you connect with them, whether or not they are serving you. Are your relationships serving you, or are they not serving you? Is it time to take a stand back and say, hey, you know what? This relationship has run its course and it's time to move on to something better, right? So now you're reflecting on how your relationships are. This energy is allowing you to reflect on how your relationships have shaped you as a person, okay? And so don't get caught up in all the craziness of Mercury retrograde and communication is going to go out of control and this is going to happen and that. No, these are energies that allow for certain things to take place potentially. But what I like to do is retrograde is what? Going backwards. Go back in time in the sign of relationships. Go back in time and reflect on all your relationships. If you're not in a relationship right now, maybe going back and looking at all of your romantic relationships can help you to see what qualities you value in a relationship, so that you can focus on those positive qualities so that you can attract the person that is ideal for you. Hence, Libra is ruled by Venus. Venus is the sign of attraction. So you see how all this kind of goes together? You can use that attraction energy from Venus, which I believe Venus is in, Venus is in Virgo, I believe. Yep, Venus is in Virgo. So utilize the energy of Venus in Virgo, which is detail, purification. Purify your thoughts on your relationships. Distill all of the good qualities so that you can bring forth and attract that into your life. So you can do the same thing with your family relationships and your business relationships. We know all we care about is love, right? No, I'm kidding. But reflect on these things. Time to sit down and really think about the type of relationship you want to have, the type of marriage that you want to have. Make a list. Venus and Virgo, making lists, being detailed, being organized, right? The faster that the more organized you are in understanding and knowing what it is that you want, the faster it'll come to you. When you're all scattered all over the place and like, I like this, I like that, I don't know, let's just do whatever, let's just go with the flow, you're not gonna go anywhere because you're not focused. You ever been with somebody and they were like, let's just see what happens, let's just go with the flow? I don't like that, because I don't see that as going anywhere. And more often than not, when somebody says let's just go with the flow, when they make it verbal, that means they really don't have any intentions on having something long-term with you. Now, if you guys just literally just go with the flow without speaking it, without saying it, because what's understood doesn't need to be explained, then you're going with the flow. But if somebody has to make it a point to say that, that means they really don't. They want to make sure you know that that's what you're doing and that you don't think that things are going to be going into another direction. Because if they don't say it, then it turns into something deep. You're allowing the relationship to take its course. You're not putting a label on it and restricting it. Once you make a statement, make a claim, you're putting restrictions on that person. But when you really are in the midst and are present in an interaction with somebody, a relationship dynamic, you're feeling yourself around and you guys are in the moment and you're not trying to control anything. You're just enjoying it. So anyway, enough of me yapping about Mercury retrograde in Libra. I hope you have a wonderful day. Mwah.